Let me say a special good morning to one and all, especially those of you who are listening to Classic Radio, those of you viewing GBN TV. Good Friday morning is the 3rd day of July, 2026. Social media platforms, Facebook page, YouTube channels, good morning to you all. So hope you folks are doing well, whatever part of the world that you're listening and viewing via. I certainly hope that you're having a great morning. To me, it's a lovely morning in the Spice House. Started off with that bit of a rainy morning. I haven't been out here. I've been here since 8ish this morning, and I haven't been outside the studio since. I'm not sure if the rain continues to fall. I didn't get even peep outside to see, as we would say locally, I didn't even peep outside to see if the rain continues. But if it is, it's my kind of day. I like it like that. Hey, folks, we haven't had one in a wee bit, so which means this morning I have no in-studio guest, which means you, our loyal listeners and viewers, have the option of calling in. 435-2041, 435-2041. Certainly hope we get the opportunity to have some positive conversation this morning. Of course, that opportunity is awarded to you if you want to call in via the direct line or you want to call in via the WhatsApp. Feel free to do so. Of course, I beg of you, remember your devices in the background, have them turned off when you decide to make that call. Yeah, turn them off. You certainly will hear me via the phone. When you're through with your, of course, with your input that you would like to make, you can certainly turn it back up and listen to the other folks who will be contributing to the program. 435-2041. Once again, I hope we get some positive conversation this morning. We do have a first caller. Caller, your life. Good morning. Welcome.
Yeah, morning, GT. Morning to your listeners and your viewers on this rainy, cloudy, kind of seem to be damn day. But let us try and make it positive.
So sure.
By the conversation we have. Now, first of all, GT, a number of people have contacted me and asked me to complain to GBN that they do not give the listeners in this program enough time to give feedback. One caller particularly told me, look, especially when you have those people coming in from the political parties, they or the government, there's no time for people to raise pertinent questions. I mean, most of the time, I suppose it's not all the time. I'm just reflecting on what they ask me to do. Those people who not confident enough to call. Anyway, there's two issues. There's two issues I want to deal with. Innocent had said he was going to do something on that in the week. Based on two pronouncements that was made, one by the Prime Minister and one by the Acting Commissioner of Police, I think, Manny Cohen. The Prime Minister spoke about the need for us to address the issue of violence in the family, and particularly violence against men, by men and so on. I suppose he was thinking about, and he mentioned such issues like the church need to get involved and so on. My contention is that all these institutions are the same ones that are cultivating the violence in the society. When you consider the Bible, for instance, the Bible is so full of violence, it's almost unbelievable. And then you have an entity in the Middle East now who using the same Bible and showing you what God wants. Kill our next people. We have a situation here where we continually beat children and don't think that would have an effect on them. Now, in terms of the police commissioner now, the senior police officer, he said, although crime is on the decline, you might say, generally, we are a lawless people. I've said that on GVN a number of times, and people wanted to crucify me. But the truth, how the truth has come out. We don't obey no rules. We are a lawless people. I remember in 1987, around this time of or close to this time of the year, when the Grenada Progressive Calypso Association made the effort to formally open the Carnival season with a great show in the park, in the Queen's Park at the time. That is when Squeezy came with his alcohol, when he became famous. And I was one of the organizers. And it remains with me up to this day where so much people wanted to come in free, break in the galvanize and then come in and get injured and so on. We left some drinks in the pavilion with some people who was that was in charge of the place at the time. The next day we went back there. None of the drinks was there. You had watch people there, security people there at the time. None of us there. And just give us a time, just create a situation that something happened and you see we're going to lose the whole of the town, conveniently. So I'm saying is that we need to become radically honest and face the truth about ourselves. We are violent, as Malema says. We were referring to the situation in South Africa. Black people, they're very violent to each other, but they're very polite to the white man, to the Caucasian people and other people. We need to at least begin to examine ourselves and see how we are doing life and how we are causing life to other people. It's not easy, but we need to do the work. Otherwise, we can't continue complaining time and time, and then, we elect people and then condemn them in the next day and so on, rather than ask ourselves, why are we doing the same thing? It's just like in relationship, people go to the same type of partners all the time. We change church, we do all kinds of stuff. And finally, there's a trend, GT, and people don't see it easily. We have seen a proliferation of crusades, just as we have seen an attempt to hip-hop was by introducing hip-hop, formerly by the U.S. I want people to remember that soon after invasion, we had a proliferation of Youth for Christ, all these kind of people coming in. It's not by accident. We need to really look at that. We are being psychologically dislodged. And I'll end here. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, caller. Thank you so much for your contribution this morning. I've been taken aback by the caller when he said that, the behaviors that we are seeing, of course, portrayed today in terms of some of the lawless behaviors and so forth. And he's saying that is nothing new. That suddenly hit me there a wee bit. We do have another caller. What's up, caller? You're live. Good morning and welcome.
Well, good morning, GT.
Good morning to you. How are you this morning?
I'm very well, thanks. But I have enough setback. I'm hearing it on the air. Is it normal?
You're hearing a feedback. I'm not sure, but you seem pretty okay on my end.
Okay, well, I'm hearing it when I'm speaking, I'm hearing it over. GT, I wish you could give me same amount of time as this call.
Caller, just go ahead. Just go ahead, please. Just go ahead. Just go ahead and make a contribution, please.
Yes.
Just go ahead.
Now, GT, I want to say I would happy to have a female prime minister in Grenada. But I have two comments. I have to ask Mrs. Ellen Pierre, the leader of the opposition, to take time off and listen. In other words, when she speaks, and like when she go home, she listen to the tape. And like if somebody asks her a question, she not answering the question. She making a debate. And, if she could really listen to herself and learn how to speak properly in the sense that, in other words, in my view, she cannot answer a question. She doesn't understand what is a question and what is something to debate. So if she could really go back and listen, and maybe her husband or somebody could give her some form of advice, then, but if we have somebody like Mrs. Pierre, the way she debates and a question or so, I mean, if she go out to represent Grenada, I guess that's the way she will do. So, however, I hope she don't take it bad if she's listening. And the other thing is that I heard Mr. What is his name again? Was on Dr. Bob. And when Dr. Bob asked him certain questions, in other words, everything he's saying that is going on in the South is negative. Example, he says that the South is, the dirtiness in the South is unbearable. But I want to ask Mr. Diali, if he has been living in Grenada for the past 30 or 40 years, if he had, as he said, when he goes through the valley and those places, if he saw the garbage that was on the road, there is a big difference to now. So come on, Mr. Diali, it's politics. And let us do and say the right thing. Where my children is wrong, I'm giving them wrong. But with the right, where they're trying. So let us put together and have a clean campaign. Let us forget the past, what used to happen, and just go to the point. Give what you think you can do to develop the country. And you know what? I think if we stick to that, that will be good. And to Mr. Uncle Peter David, as Attorney General at law, I hear him speaking many times about different things, but I haven't heard him saying what he will do to improve the justice system. So if you're listening, sir, please let us know what plans you have to improve the justice system. Thank you very much.
Thank you, caller. Have a good morning. Have a good day yourself. And best wishes goes out to you. We do have another caller. Caller live. Good morning.
Greetings, Mr. Telesford.
Good morning to you, sir.
How are you?
I'm doing good.
Mr. Telesford, you ever heard this? Well, what should we call it? Anyways, I laugh. Hey! You ever hear that, Mr. Telesford?
Numerous times.
Sometimes I just have to, as we say it here locally, sometimes I just have to laugh some of the things I hear. But we all have a right to say what we want. Indeed, when some of us talk, people don't like to hear it, but I urge them to turn the doggone radio off. Listen, Mr. Telesford, I don't want to get philosophical this morning, but to cut it short. I was revising in my, what I call creative idleness recently, looking back a bit at Shakespeare, which we learned at school, we studied at school. And one of his books, one of his plays called Measure for Measure. There's a forward expression that came out there has been used in many philosophical discussions around the world. It's as follows. The story is there, who wishes to read it, but the four words are, our doubts are traitors. I'd like to throw that out this morning to some of the quote-unquote hypothetical academic pseudo-intellectual charlatans in this country that have been bluffing Grenada for years, to seriously give this forward expression some thought. We'll talk about it after, Mr. Telesford. I want to complain about a couple of things in this here country. While we go on and so on at a political level, and should I say at a partisan level, because most of that we hear is all partisan. Everybody painting the whole story, the whole on to the side, and nobody is focusing on the true politics of this country, which is the genuine meaning, legitimate meaning, etymological meaning of politics, the people's business. Nobody's concerned about the people's business in this country. Everybody's concerned about theirs, their individual thing. But the time has come that we have to correct it, Mr. Telesford. Every discussion we get on the radio, even when you have your politicians there, so-called politicians, all their nobody is concerned about the future of this country. Because the current political architecture has established quite nicely, quite comfortably, a situation where they enjoy them, study the system, pimp on the people, to a certain extent even accrue ill-gotten gains on the backs of the people, and then go there and cackle and laugh at them. I know it. We know it. And I feel, brothers and sisters, that it's time that we as the people get to understand that this cannot continue. Our country has to be corrected. Our country has been failing because its current constitutional architecture, established in 1973 to an imperial order in council of the Queen's Most Excellent Majesty, has served this purpose. I want to refer you, brothers and sisters, to a document published in 2002. Mr. Telesford, I to get an opportunity one day to present this document to the people publicly, and so that we can study together and see why we have to reform this nation. The politicians so-called in this so-called class have studied it well, and they're using it to abuse the people. And then when you tell them, why don't we do a referendum, they say, oh no, 3/4, 2/3 is difficult to get. No, it's not the politicians to decide. Brothers and sisters, open your eyes. They've seen this thing, they studied, they're using it to bleed you. They're hanging on to the tete. They're pilfering the country, they're lying to you, they're manipulating you. Through the deceit, this country is falling into the pit on a daily basis. We have voted for change in Grenada in recent times. Take a look at what is happening. Open your eyes to the lies, the malfeasance, the sleaze, the grift, the generalized corruption, aided and abetted by a bar association of Grenada that aids and abets all the evil that's been perpetrated against the people of this here country. Open your God bless eyes, Grenadians. Let us demand a referendum to ask the people whether or not we wish to continue to live under an imperial order and council of the Queen's Most Excellent Majesty, or if we wish to write our own constitution. And the second thing that we have to do, because one of these questions have to be answered, is to ask how we wish to have it done. Do we wish to have the politicians and the Bar Association write the constitution for us again, as was done by the British government, or do we wish to write it through a constituent assembly? Mr. Tells us for the time we started to create programs on the radio station so that the people can understand what a constituent assembly does and how it will help us if we will set out to meaningfully reconstruct this country into the future. This is the direction we have to take. Enough sleaze and malfeasance, brothers and sisters. For what is worth, Mr. Telesford, but I'll be back. Do have a nice day, will you, sir?
You too, sir. Have a good one. Hey, folks, we drew for that break. Let's take it. When we come back, we continue the conversation. Open line on, of course, to the point today. We'll be right back after the break.
Wayne Mitchell and Spice Island.
Home is easy as 1, 2, 3.
Thinking about your new home? Think easy. Think of Republic Bank Home Easy Loan. Think affordable. Think convenience. Think Republic.
Home is easy as 1, 2, 3. Republic makes home easy.
Wow, that was such a breeze.
Own your home with ease.
So whether laying that first brick or purchasing an existing home, we've got you covered. Republic Bank will get you those keys hassle-free in no time.
Home is easy as 1, 2, 3.
Apply for a Home Easy Loan today for a chance to win a cash prize. Getting your new home is easy with Republic Bank.
Republic Bank. We're the one for you.
Terms and conditions apply.
The energy and vibe of Spice Mass is once upon us again. I am the backpack and ready. And the road to the Mona begins with the Power Soca preliminaries. Thursday, July 2nd, Santine Deadbolt Court, St. George from 7 p.m. Then we move on to St. David. Friday, July 3rd, La Sagesse Hard Court. Saturday, July 4th, Sutton's Burst Terminal, St. Patrick. And concludes at the Cuthbert Peters Park in Gore. On Sunday, July 5th, competition begins nightly at 7 p.m. Admission absolutely free. So link up the posse. Roll out with the entourage. Spice Mass Power Soca preliminaries is on Thursday, July 2nd to Sunday, July 5th. Every artist deserves the support.
GBN Massology is back. We're officially on the road to spice up the Carnage 3.0, and it all starts here. Live from GBN Studios every Friday at 1:30 p.m. Streaming across GBN platforms, bringing pure energy, culture, and Spice Mass vibes straight to your screen. Hosted by Charlton, powered by Graphic Sound System, featuring fresh faces and seasoned stars. Massology is what the culture takes center stage. WhatsApp 407-8458 now to secure your spot on Massology. And don't miss the repeat broadcast at 8:30 p.m. This is Massology, the heartbeat of Spice Mass. Don't miss it.
Participation Weekend. Freedom takes the sea. The Media Workers Association of Grenada invites you aboard Unscripted, the Freedom Edition. Friday, July 31st. Step into an unforgettable night of music, vibes, culture, and connection aboard the ultimate summer cruise experience. Meet your favorite media personalities, party under the stars, and celebrate freedom the unscripted way aboard the Ecstasy. Boarding is at 7 p.m., sailing at 8 p.m. Dress code Freedom Chic, bold, stylish, unapologetically you. Tickets are limited and going fast. Get your tickets online at GoToFet and at recognized ticket outlets. Unscripted, the Freedom Edition, because the best stories are the ones you never planned.
Welcome back, listeners. Welcome back, viewers, once again to today's edition of To The Point. We have an open line edition for you today, and I mentioned in the intro, certainly hope for a positive conversation this morning, and we certainly gotten off to the right start. Let's go back to the phone line. Caller, you're live. Good morning and welcome.
Yes, good morning. GT, you're good this morning? Everything okay?
Everything is okay, sir. Go right ahead, please.
Wonderful, yes. Let me just say this thing very clear. What Grenada did now more than ever is God. We hear in earthquake in diverse places. We heard about plate tectonics, the faulting, the folding in the soil, in the earth crust, devastation can happen at any time. So we should be preparing ourselves for anything, not just hurricane, but storms or earthquake. The second thing is, we don't need a change of government right now. Grenada is stable in terms of what is going on. We have a stable government. We have a leader with a good foresight. And I'll urge, not because I'm saying that doesn't mean that everything is perfect. I'll be a liar to say that everything is perfect. And we have to be realistic. We have to be honest. And again, I will encourage the children, the teachers, the ministers, and everybody to let's keep praying for Grenada, Carrick, Wampity, Matnik. Even the hosts on the different programs, push that agenda that will propel us to just building ourselves in terms of the way that we treat each other with respect. Because I find that is something that tends to be lacking. And not only that, but we need to understand that if we are healthy and if we have jobs and things working out for us and we are educated and we're moving forward, then and we exercise that respect that we all should give each other, Grenada will be a much better place. Let us don't lose it. I wish everybody a blessed day, and God bless you. Let's keep on praying for Grenada, pray for the Prime Minister and his team, and even pray for the opposition as well. But remember, we don't need a change of government right now. The country is stable, and we're going good under the leadership of Deacon Mitchell. Blessings.
Thank you. We do have another caller via WhatsApp. You're live. Good morning. Welcome.
Hey, good morning, GT. And how are you today?
Sir. How are you doing this morning?
Not too bad. I want to trade place with you, man.
I want to trade place. Well, the option is available.
We eating 102 today, man.
Well, we're having a lovely weather today. It's a bit cooler in the outdoors, and it's even cooler within the studios.
All right. Okay, well, I hope everything is okay with you. What about you? You had any graduation in the family?
No, my youngsters are not ready for that as yet.
Okay. Right. Nice.
Still have a couple more years before that.
Okay. You're good, man. Whenever, man, let me know, man. I'll come and support.
All right. Let's hear your contribution this morning.
I listened to a program last night, all right? And there was this lady calling from New York. She said she don't know. She identifies herself as Nurse Maguire. And I was really taken by the thing what I heard she said that there is no guards in the Princess Hospital, Princess Alice Hospital. And like one of the patients, the nurse have to wash the guards. And I feel, oh my God, I was like, really? And I think that's not a thing that we should be talking over the air. If you know there is a problem and we want to help, we help. GT, because look at last time we sent a whole barrel with stuff. stuff for people who suffer with dialysis and they want to would have to do dialysis basically. And if they left and do something, if we want to help Grenada, we help Grenada. Whenever I do something for Grenada, I do it. Nobody don't know what to do. Like last time, I had to send on. I remember in the previous administration, GT, I had to send on blood thinners, BAs, aspirin, dressing, and all these things. And then I sent. You know what I mean? And I don't have to come and talk about it. Let us do things for Grenada because we love Grenada. And let us stop going on programs and trying to bring down government. If you don't like them, whatever, let us do it for our people. Our people we helping. GT, have a blessed day. And when you're ready, we could trade places.
Sure, man. Have a good day yourself. All the best. All right. We do have another caller. Caller, you're live. Good morning. Welcome.
Hello. Good morning, Mr.
Good morning to you, sir. Go right ahead, please.
Thank you for taking my call. What I'm trying to say this morning, sir. You listening to me?
Yes, sir. I'm listening. I'm listening to you. Go right ahead.
Okay. What I want to say this morning, there's a lot of things that people are saying, and we must look back from where we come from. Some of us have children and some don't have. And we must realize that the condition that we live in under, with a foundation we're setting for our children and our children's children. If we have children, we have brothers and sisters that have children. And there is things we must be careful what we're saying. Because if we go into the referendum save a lot of people's life and have them living today. Else, they wouldn't have been there. If they didn't use the referendum, they would not live in today. You understand?
I'm trying to get your point in terms of a referendum save individuals' lives.
You're right.
Because you could expand on that a little bit more for me. Which referendum that saved our lives?
Because of the referendum, a lot of wrong things that people do in Grenada, that saved their life because the idea is they bring it back because they take it out and they had the people's revolution. And if they use the revolution law, they would not live in today to condemn the Constitution. They would not have been there today to condemn the Constitution.
Okay.
You understand?
Okay.
Because remember, they take it out and was the people's revolution. So if they use the people's revolution, all what they condemning and criticizing today, because them is the one who bring it in. They was there. Why they didn't change the Constitution before? They didn't change it. What they was doing, ill-treating and advantaging people. You understand? Even when the Yankee come here and give people work on the airport, they say don't pay them in US because they don't know US money. Because the Yankee wanted to pay in US. They say don't pay them in US, and they don't know US money. Pay them in EC. Today they're beating up themselves and they're fumbling up. And everything that time that Grenada tried to go up, these people try to bring it down. Them take it from way back when they condemned school of medicine. They condemned the airport, right? Everything they condemning and condemning and condemning. Every time the country try to raise the head, these people condemning it and mashing it up. Why? I'd like them to make a different decision. Thank you.
Thank you, caller. We do have another caller via the WhatsApp. WhatsApp, you're live. Good morning. Welcome.
Morning.
Good morning to you, sir.
Thank you for having me, GBM. I like to drift a little differently. I can't understand why the electricity bill is so high recently for the past couple months. I don't understand because I have a refrigerator, 2 deep freeze. I'm only using the refrigerator now and the 2 deep freezer. And yet talking about for the past 4 months, those 2 deep freeze off and the bill going up and up. I'm only using 1 refrigerator now. I don't understand what's going on in Glen. And
but caller, have you been paying attention to the fuel and non-fuel charge on your bill? Do you pay attention to that?
Not really.
Well, I think that's where the variation comes in terms of the costs, going up. So maybe you should pay attention to that and understand why. If you pay a little bit more for the fuel costs or the non-fuel costs, that's where your increase comes.
When the tree was walking, I was paying an amount which I feel satisfied with. When the 2 came off, it went down a little bit, and then all of a sudden it gone back up. So my consumption should be less. You understand the point?
I understand, but you understand that we've been paying more for fuel lately, and I think that's where your costs maybe have, of course, been adjusted that way.
And so nobody came out to explain this to anyone because I never heard anything.
But I think there were some explanation done about that numerous times from the folks of Glen. Like, you know, maybe you didn't have heard it before, but there were some explanation given about that from time to time.
My goodness. All right, well, I'll take your word for it. Have a good day.
You too, sir. Have a good one. We do have another caller via the direct line. Good morning and welcome. How are you doing?
Hi, morning. Thank you. I'm doing well. How are you?
Doing great myself. Let's hear from you.
I have a few comments pertaining towards.
You seem to have a bit of a noisy line, caller, for some reason or the other, but go right ahead.
Yeah, well, it's the feedback. It's a kind of there's a high feedback coming through. You remember this raining and all those sorts of things. Am I right? Anyway.
Yeah, go right ahead.
The system that we have with our energy system, which we're purchasing fuel from, I don't know the region we're purchasing the fuel from, if it's Aruba. But the cost of fuel and the transportation of fuel, that's basically what is taking the electricity bill up and up. I believe the government has some new initiatives with producing their own oil and gas, which is gas and carbon, hydrocarbon. That is a new initiative that the government is taking. But my comment is not only on the Constitution and Mr. Rollo, because of the past government or the past governments that have been succeeding our future. They've been using the national constitution, which we took from the British, which is underneath the Commonwealth. Now, the reason why the people, and they say that Grenadians are lawless, is because civics are not relatively taught in schools. The National Law Library is not necessarily found anywhere. I think it's a bit hidden somewhere in the St. George's area. Now, the laws of Grenada are not published. Well, they're published online, yes, but you have to have a device to access them. They are in the Gazette, yes, but you have to go to the printry, the government printry, to purchase them. But the National Library and the Law Library, they are no longer existent. The curriculum, I don't believe the curriculum does the justice of transferring the Constitution, likewise the laws of Grenada, in an appropriate way that the layman or the intellectuals would perceive how actions ought to be committed within the trial and state of Grenada, Carriacou, Petit Martinique. Because we're sharing the same Constitution as the other 52 states of the Commonwealth. So it's a matter of us as Grenadians understanding that it is our initiative that we have to take as a people to go out, search, because we have devices now. The internet is quite extensive. You could find practically anything you want on the internet. But the generation of people, for example, the people from born in 1960, 1970, 1980, there is a large gap where the intellectuals don't relatively come out, and other than Mr. Rollo, and there's a few others who call on the different the national programs, but they're not seen relatively in the society. I know the radio and the television are mediums of transferring our information to our younger generation, who are the ones who would be carrying us into the future. The important part of this comment is that the institutionalization of not only our schools, not only our police stations, not only our nurses station, the development of those particular programs are essential in terms of understanding where we are, where we were, and where we want to be. So I guess for me, it's a case of us as Grenadians pushing ourselves a little bit more to accept the reality that we are in, compare it probably with other constitutional monarchies who have migrated into republic, for example, Barbados, Trinidad, Guyana, other regional institutions. So that's my contribution for today, Mr. Glen. Thank you.
Thank you. And I certainly do appreciate your contribution this morning. Listeners and viewers, we due for a break. Let's take it on the return. We continue with the conversation. Stay with us, folks. To the Point, Classic Radio, GBN TV. We coming right back after the break.
Hello, Grenada. This is Blackadan. On the 18th of July, I'm welcoming you to Radisson Hotel Car Park for the second installment of Groovy White.
Groovy White, a celebration of groovy music. Blackadan. Faminapi. Nyla Blackman.
It's your girl Nyla Blackman, and I will be performing live at Groovy White.
College boy Jesse. Christo. Alma boy, Angie boy, Happy boy, Inspector, Lavaman, Valinette, Mandela Links, Mr. Killer, Sabrina Francis, and Riggy Atmosphere. Grenadian host, VC, and live from Trinidad, Sunny Bling. General tickets, $100. VIP, only $500. Groovy White, Radisson Car Park, 8 p.m. to 2 a.m. Saturday, July 18th. Sponsors. The energy and vibe of Spice Mass is once upon us again. I am a backpack and ready. And the road to the Mona begins with the Power Soca preliminaries. Thursday, July 2nd, 17 Deadbolt Court, St. George from 7 p.m. Then we move on to St. David. Friday, July 3rd, La Sagesse Hard Court. Saturday, July 4th, Sutter's Burst Terminal, St. Patrick. And concludes at the Cuthbert Peters Park in Guelph. On Sunday, July 5th, competition begins nightly at 7 p.m. Admission absolutely free. So link up the posse. Roll out with the entourage. Spice Mass Power Soca preliminaries is on Thursday, July 2nd to Sunday, July 5th. Every artist deserves the support.
GVN Massology is back. We're officially on the road to spice up the Carnage 3.0, and it all starts here. Live from GVN Studios every Friday at 1:30 p.m. Streaming across GVN platforms, bringing pure energy, culture, and Spice Mass vibes straight to your screen. Hosted by Charlton, powered by Graphic Sound System, featuring fresh faces and seasoned stars. Massology is where the culture takes center stage. WhatsApp 407-8458 now to secure your spot on Massage. Welcome back, listeners. Welcome back, viewers. Once again, it's To The Point, Classic Radio GBN TV. It's our Friday edition of To The Point. It's the final edition for the week. And so we'll be back with you on Monday. Just a programming note for you also, don't forget, we'll be topping off a little bit early this morning for To The Point. We do have cricket coming up for you. The second test, West Indies versus Sri Lanka. That comes up at 10 a.m. this morning. So maybe around 10 minutes or so before the top of the hour, we'll have, of course, a wrapping up of today's edition of To The Point. The lines are open, 435-2041. Let's go back to the phone line. Caller live, good morning, welcome.
Morning, GT. How's everything? I'm
doing good, man. What's up with you this morning? It's been a minute.
Enjoying the weather, you know?
Oh, that's good.
Nice weather. I can't complain.
All right.
Now, my point is that now, calling this government, this energy government, all the ministers in any case, to take a walk from Tantin about by the Garden Gap. Walk it along this time now. And sit down the water on the sidewalk. And hide a bush on the sidewalk. And gravels, the first part you walk in is a heap of gravels. Right on the bus stop shelter itself. That is years now. You go in the jury and I talk to them about the radio over and over. Get rid of that completely out, grade it out completely. Then doing it. Walk there right now. All the minister government take a walk from there going to so far as by homemade. And the sidewalk are gravels and water like a swimming pool right now. Right now, like a swimming pool. It's time we get Grenada modernized and make Grenada upgrade Grenada to a standard. That is years, not today, yesterday. I talk every day about that. Nobody taking it about me. Nobody taking it about what I'm talking about. Queen's Park, the bill in any case in the past has gone by. Yeah, they do the river project, flooding the area and flooding the road. The government in the past started out a foundation. If they waste money, but he did. Right. Continue the project. There are a wall to build and 2 bridges to build. And over 4.5 years, they didn't build yet. 4.5 years to take to come and dig. People getting problems with the flood when it come down, when the river come most times. project number 3. We have a wall, a 2 wall by Hobart and sidewalk. That they been in a time in any case, I think. This is what I'm calling me today. There is engineers sleeping or alive, engineers. I like to sleeping over there where their lives from me. So, for authority and the government, trying to manage that hole and going there with this board for all the years and years. He fall down and build up new board and he falling, pull it back up. Come on, man. What we going to do other people? The sidewalk is upgrading. Sidewalk crack up. Spend some money to upgrade the sidewalk and build the sidewalk slanting to the sea. So what are you set on the sidewalk? Upgrade the road in Grenada. The road in Grenada is to be Turtleback Road. So building the road flatty, what are setting the swimming pool. Build the road Turtleback. Slant the road on the both sides and so what will remain in the middle of the road in any case. And make the tongue look something as impossible tongue, I mean upgrade the tongue. The roads in tongue, you're upgrading too. All about the sidewalk and all, the drain, the cement and all, and they can crack up and mash up and things. I do most of my thing is walking. I have still things to do in any case. But talk about it, but nobody doing it.
All right, Kola. Well, I certainly hope the authorities are listening to you this morning, and of course we have those things corrected. All right. All right.
I show it on the floor right now. It's only more water settling I turn it. And the draining and I turn it in the past, they cover all with tar. Have a nice day. Bless
you too, man. Have a good one. We do have another caller. Caller live via WhatsApp.
JT,
be brief, please, huh?
We want to ask now, sir, that when they're taking off water, they should tell people, I think they rely too much on Facebook and so on. For instance, we in Lakalam know that every night the water goes, but we get back the water at 6 o'clock. No, there's no water, and nobody knows what would happen, whether there's a breakage or so, somewhere. Right. So but the other two, there are two little corrections. In terms of one of your caller was mixing up the idea of constitution with referendum. We could have seen that, unfortunately. It's good that those people are calling, and of course, maybe they're enlightened.
Yeah, I was trying to figure out the direction he was going, but I don't think he understands.
Yeah, but I think he was mixing up constitution with referendum. But the other caller who made a reasonable contribution had one little error when he said all the 52 Commonwealth countries have the same constitution. That's not true. A lot of the constitution are similar, but they're not the same. I can tell you that.
Thank you. Have a good one. We do have another caller. Caller live. Good morning. Welcome.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning to you, sir.
I hope you take my points. A point is an established fact. A lot of us in Grenada are making assumptions. In fact, sometimes we put out new words. I don't know what you mean by massology. I could only guess. When I say you, I don't mean you personally. The words have been placed on thing to educate people. Maybe you can help me and tell me that's a everyday word. Massology. This is what is happening in Grenada. Every one of us is an expert. An expert, I said, not an expert. And this is the problem with us. People want to educate people, but they don't have the basic intelligence to educate people. I can't tell you they cannot educate me, but I listen skillfully.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Appreciate your call. 435-2041, 435. We maybe have approximately 5 minutes or so left on today's edition of To The Point. Sometimes it's good to, of course, get that feedback the way it came. Let's try another caller. Caller live. Good morning.
Yes, thanks for getting it. I just wanted to talk quickly about the diaspora investment thing, but before that, I just want to invite all these people to come down to the Carolina's Plaza for breakfast tomorrow, 7 a.m. on the Carolina's Pedestrian Plaza.
I'll be sending you that bill, right?
Right. Listen, JT, well, you know me already, a regular caller. You can't be the regular caller. We make the program. Anyway, and I like how GBN has all these different things, advertising and like how you call it, the food fest, the different thing. It's really, and let's go to these things, the competition, these things bring people together. GBN is just a great station. So what I want to say, these people that come back from the diaspora, I know the government have this thing to invest. But when I really look at the people, with due respect to all concerned, I want wonder if these people have any set of money. You know, I mean, it's a good idea to bring them back and see that how they could invest in the country, because that's what they need. But sometimes these people trying to make a living for themselves, they're struggling, you know, and how much of them able to invest in the country. So it's a good idea, but I'm just concerned that I am not sure. I'm not sure that the people that came back will be able to do any big set of investment for the growth and development of the country. But again, it is a good idea. But still, whatever you can do to help your country, to build your country, as you're here from the diaspora, we welcome you, we love you, we thank you for the remittances and the barrel and all these things, because we can't do without you. Remittances is very important, JT, don't you think so? It's very important.
Yeah, it is important.
And then barrels and all these things. The diaspora is a very important people, because they are Grenadians, you know. So we appreciate you all, we love you all, and we thank you for the support that you have given to us. So Jesse, thank you. Have a good weekend.
Thank you too. And I still wouldn't say that. I still wouldn't say that they don't have money. I still wouldn't say that. We do have another caller. Caller, you're live. Good morning. Call via WhatsApp, you're live.
Hi, good morning. Yeah, this lady is too insulting. How she could say that she don't know there are people in the diaspora who have money. She don't. I mean, you don't know people pocket, so you can't jump to conclusion. Let's not go overboard with it. What's your contribution? Let's make your contribution, please. Let's hear you. Yeah, my contribution is about myself. This with JT. JT. Years now, I have a house in Granborough. Yes, no, somebody they take out all my barrels in my house. I go to the police now because, you know, I see certain things. I go to the police. They come, they're asking me questions. I tell them, look on out. Up to now, the police and them in Grenville don't bother with anesthesia. Those people that take out because I work hard in America, buy me things and them. I say I come into me to do my little turnover. JT, they take out all my good things, and they leave all the rubbish in the house for me. You know, that these people and them, they have enough time to sit down in the house, take out what they want, and put them in the barrel, and go with all my barrels and them. But there is a God. And the person doing it, the people that is doing it, I wouldn't leave them like that. Because me and his sister work no hard. I have a husband, I have nobody helping me. Me and me alone. And for people to just turn around and take in my things, they do it, they wasn't saying anything, you know. Last year to that, they take everything that I have. So I had to go in America, work for people, and they sit down here. They want to get rich on other people's thing.
Well, I certainly hope that you get the opportunity to go back and re-explain to the police what is going on. If you have evidence of who is the individual or individuals who are, of course, playing around with your property, and get some solution to the issue. Thank you once again. All right.
You're welcome.
All right. Hey, folks, that's what we're going to have to take a wrap for today's edition of To The Point. I want to thank all who contributed towards the program today. It's been a pleasure having you, of course, contributing to the program. We'll have another edition for you on Monday of next week. Once your money permits, health, strength, and everything else, I'll be back to take care of it for you. Don't forget, we have cricket coming up at the top of the hour. The second test, West Indies versus Sri Lanka. Stick around for that here on Classic Radio GBN TV. We'll be right back. Have a good one, folks. That's why I say goodbye.